Welcome to the first Vidiot podcast. Here with me are my two great friends. Why don't you introduce yourselves one at a time, please?
I guess I'll go first since Jimmy's quiet.
I was gonna say, I guess I don't have many friends.
Well, you don't, but I was expecting Ernie to go first, so.
I muted myself for that, for his intro, because I was laughing. And he told me not to laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Tell us a little about yourself.
my name is Ernesto Perez the second, Junior. Yeah.
He's the second junior.
No. Well,
What
just
happened?
His
it's
brother's
just
the
Junior.
first junior.
What happened to the first?
I messed my intro up. That's fine. I go by Ernie.
He's
Pretty much.
He's Ernie the Giant. If you watch any of my videos before from Villager Defense or something like that.
I dropped the giant part because I found out I'm not that tall.
He's pretty tall. How about you, Jimmy?
Oh, my name is Jimmy Corrigan, aka Gems Edward the Fifth.
Gems? You guys don't even know your damn names.
Gems Edward the Fifth.
The fifth.
And I hail from Ireland.
He
Yeah.
hails from Ireland.
Hail.
Okay, and I am Joe, aka Docile Creature. Hopefully you know who I am if you're listening to this. Let's just go around and talk about a little bit of our gaming background. This is a podcast about video games and movies, for the most part, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. But let's just... What kind of gamer are you, Ernie?
Can we go with Jimmy first? Because I'm having...
What kind of
Like some
gamer
robot.
are you, Jimmy?
Wow. Okay. Alright. I've been gaming since I was a wee lad. Still in diapers, you know? In the good old Sega.
Sega.
But a gamer, let's see here. I would have to say that I'm a first person shooter kind of guy. I'm all about them FPSs, but also into the MMOs, RPG section of life.
Yeah, okay, go on.
And I used to rage pretty hard. Used to get pretty angry at everything, everyone.
And now
Team.
now he rages extremely hard.
Now,
Uh,
I'm pretty mellow. I'm mellowed out. I still get slightly irritated, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
You ready yet, Ernie?
yeah, I thought my microphone was having problems, but I think it was the internet.
You're good, bro.
All right. Well, I used to be a bookworm when I was little, so I didn't play much games when I was younger. I'd read like a book every day or something like that.
What a nerd!
What the hell?
Just kidding.
Well, currently today, I love strategy games. Civilization 5 by Sid Meier's. Really into Dota 2 at the moment. Used to be into StarCraft 2 for a while. Some other games I've played that I really got into were Football Manager series. I play that like every year.
Jesus.
I'll just say this. I got like nearly 500 hours in Football Manager 2013.
Jesus Christ.
So what he's really saying, folks, is don't play Football Manager because it will consume your life.
Or Civ 5. I've got like... I'm looking at my Steam page right now. It says got 700 hours playing Sid Meier's Civ 5. So it's... Dota 2 is getting up there. It's at 193, but it's not as bad as some people that I've like encountered in the game who have like 2,000 hours played, 3,000 hours played. But it's Dota 2.
But
really
you're working
recommend it.
there. You want to get there one day.
No, not really. I'll probably move on to something else. But I love strategy games.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
I am pretty casual gamer. I don't really get too competitive. Check out my channel if you want to see more. Shameless plug. But we'll talk about this later for me because I have something to talk about later, and I need your guys' help.
Okay.
Really, no. Really.
Yeah.
What kind of help you need?
We'll get there.
More computer tech problems?
No. I am a computer derp as well. But okay. Anyways, we're recording this on April 4th. April Fool's Day just passed, and I was just curious to see if you guys saw any interesting April Fool's things on the interwebs, because in the past there's been some creative things, but I don't know, this year I only really saw the YouTube one and it wasn't super creative to me.
The YouTube one? What was that?
They're basically like, they had a video predicting the viral videos this year, and they were all just like rip-offs of other viral videos. I mean, it was...
Oh, I think I saw that somewhere. Something about kissing your dad.
Yeah, it was like kissing your dad, like doing the alarm or the alarm clock or something like that.
What the hell?
Yeah, it was really weird. It was alright. It wasn't their best, I would say.
All right. Well, I actually have something on this subject related to video games. Alarm clocks,
all right.
kissing dads. So, to everyone out there, I'm sure people know who the Blizzard company is, and their franchises of World of Warcraft and Diablo 3, StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, and soon-to-be Heroes of the Storm.
God, what a Blizzard fanboy.
And I'm
Don't you talk shit about Blizzard.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's StarCraft territory. Ernie will kill a bitch. But anyway, on April Fools, I was one of them that fell for it because apparently I'm retarded and I forgot it was April Fools. But they released some content for the next expansion of Diablo 3. Reaper Souls just came out, and I guess they thought they would lay in the people by showing that there's a new expansion coming out already, and it showed a new class called a Necruid. Now, in Diablo 2, there was Necromancers, and there was Druids. And they were like, we're going to combine them. Now, it made sense. They had this whole video posted for it. They made a gameplay video of the class. It showed in Diablo, and everything looked like it was real. And then they started listing off like the content, like what his abilities were and all this.
Now,
and I was like,
hold on a second. You just said that a necromancer and a druid made sense. To my understanding, a necromancer is someone who raises the dead.
Yeah.
And does evil shit like that.
That's right.
And a druid is, again, my understanding, I could be wrong, the complete opposite of that.
See, Druids are all like nature-like, and they give to nature, and they take care of nature, and
Sounds exactly like it would be mixed with
and necromancers decay things and raise dead. I mean, it makes perfect sense that they would make a class, but it also is a video game world where anything is possible. So screw you.
Okay, sorry interruption. Go on, please.
But it was like it showed all like Blizzard always releases patch notes with like class content, what their abilities are, what's going to happen. So it showed like some abilities, like there's a were spear where it would shift in and out of like human form and into like a werebear or something. And I was like,
That sounds
all right,
awesome.
whatever. And as soon as I like got to like the 7th listing, it said something like corrupts the target's mind, making it more eco-friendly. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I read it all, and I was like, wow. And I realized Blizzard is a bunch of trolls.
They are, man. They actually ranked every single one of their games.
I know. It was like on all the websites, MMO Champion, Diablo fans, like it was all like put up and listed, all the stuff and all the trolling.
They did an April Fool's joke for all their games?
Yeah, all of
Yep.
them.
What else did they do?
They did a StarCraft 2 prank where they renamed the new title, the Protoss version of it. They called it's supposed to be called Legacy of the Void, but they changed the name to Herald of the Stars to keep the HOTS acronym name.
Oh.
So, because
Nice.
it's hot.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 is hot.
Totally.
Wow.
And then they announced a new game, a 2D fighting game called Blizzard Outcast: Vengeance of the Vanquished.
I think I heard about this.
Yeah. There's a YouTube video out there. It's like 48 seconds long. It's really funny because it's like really old looking, but it's a fighting game.
Trolls.
Mm-hmm.
All the trolls.
I think they probably made a World of Warcraft prank too. Probably Hearthstone one too.
No news on that, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm not too big into Hearthstone.
I'm pretty sure you're into World of Warcraft, aren't you?
I am in the World of Warcraft, but I'm not into the card game.
Mm.
God. But I am pretty big in the WoW.
Nothing.
They did do something on WoW. It's quite depressing though.
Care to elaborate?
It was just like they released a bunch of stuff for their new expansion, Warlords of Draenor, and they tied it in with an actual live like thing that's gonna come out in Warlords. So like, a lot of people thought everything was just April Fools, but like they did a bunch of things on like, because since the new expansion's coming out, they're changing all the classes and they're changing all their abilities and everything that goes with them. So they released like the patch notes for it, and it said like I play warrior mainly, and it was like charge now roots the target. Well, charge now stuns the target. You know what? We're just taking charge out of the game. See what you guys did? I hope you're happy. And then like they had just like a bunch of like goofy shit that like went on with every class. And then at the end of it, they were just like they had like hunters' pets can like run away and hate you, and you have to like tame a pet from level 1, and it has like this bar that comes up, and it's like it'll take you like 100 weeks to max a pet's like friendliness, and even after you max it, it'll still hate you.
Back in my day, the pets could run away.
That is true. That did happen.
Now,
Sure.
you said that you fell for this one.
I fell for the Diablo one because I was like,
Last year, around at April Fool's, didn't you fall for the Game of Thrones one? When they said that that Peter Dinklage wasn't gonna play Tyrion Lannister anymore.
yeah, because I read, dude. Because okay, look, because April Fool's things are assholes. That's why. Because everything looks like it's true. They have like a paragraph or two that's all like factual and like, hey, this is what happened, and we're sorry to announce this, and this is the reason why. And then they like post all this shit, and you just read it, you're like, wow. And then I read it, and I get all depressed. I'm like, I don't even want to finish it. And then if you keep reading, that's where it's like April Fools. And I'm just like,
Well,
wow.
they don't normally just say like April Fools, but they'll say
They
we're
say,
totally not
yeah.
kidding, sort of kidding, not kidding, or something
I'm
like
just
that.
like, wow. So I don't even continue.
You're
reading.
gullible. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm gullible when it comes to people being stupid.
Did Game of Thrones make another one this year?
Not that I heard of.
No, they didn't. But fucking Alan did. Remember Alan Bowman or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said that the dude that plays Daryl in Walking Dead was going to be replaced by like Sean Scott Flannery or some shit. And I was like, they're not gonna. And he had like this whole paragraph written out, and he just posted it on a bunch of shit. And I like saw it, and I was like, what is this? What is this?
People
And,
would
like,
lose their shit if Daryl got recast.
like, dude, a lot of people commented on his shit, and they're like, you better be fucking with us. You better. They're like, if you're serious, I'm just gonna quit. It's like,
Yeah, I bet a lot of people would.
I was like, wow. He actually like had an interview where he said he's never going to quit unless a Boondock Saints movie.
I heard
is
that. I
in
heard
the
that
production.
like there was a Boondock Saints talk, and if it overlapped, he would choose Boondock Saints. But
Yeah.
I don't know I don't remember where I heard it from, but
Yeah, like apparently that's out there. So which I don't blame him because Boondocks Saints is amazing. So
not as amazing as Walking Dead. Kidding me?
I don't know about
what?
either. I don't know about either one because I've been keeping up with The Walking Dead lately.
yeah, I haven't even watched the last 2 episodes of the season.
Oh my goodness, they're so good. Well, yeah, the last two are good. I could see why you didn't want to watch or you fell off, but
this season was kind of.
the last half of the season, the first half of the season was amazing.
Okay.
With the governor.
I can go with that because, but I don't know. I was kind of depressed at the.
It was just kind of just boring. Everybody got a story, and it was like
Well,
episodes all about them.
Brady. I was talking to Ernie. I said Brady. Wow. Ernie, have you seen like the whole like this whole like season so far?
No, none of it.
None of it.
Since they left the prison, I haven't.
But
So
you
so
saw
that was
like
the first half of the season. You saw
yeah,
the first
so,
half.
Yeah, I
okay,
saw the first
so
half.
like with like the governor died. Like you saw that.
Whoa! Spoiler alert.
Oh, seriously?
Whoa, I'm sure everyone should have seen that by now. But
At the end of the season, didn't he?
like
Oh, that was the mid-season finale.
yeah,
Yeah, he died or something.
Yeah.
yeah, he died.
Or something.
He
something.
yeah, just something.
Maybe
He
you don't know.
It's been a while.
anyway, you remember how he cut Ursul's head off?
Oh yeah. That's
And
nice.
then they were like, no! And and then they like opened fire. They had a tank, and then he went after Rick, and then Michonne came up and was like, "Cha!" Cut his head off. Well,
He didn't cut his head off.
she sliced through his heart. He died, and then she came back, cut his head off, or whatever the fuck happened.
Oh, he came back?
Did you even see the episode?
Dude, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Like, but the governor died, and once he died, I was kind of just like, what the fuck? What's the point?
I
of,
remember.
like-
I remember thinking like, what are they gonna do now? Like,
Yeah,
to
like-
top this, like.
the governor was like an iconic like
The whole
villain.
storyline of the governor was huge and
And, like-
super entertaining.
He was one of those people that like you love to hate,
Yeah,
but-
you want him to die, but you don't want him to die
Yeah.
because then he won't be the bad guy anymore.
and then when he died, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
it was almost as heart wrenching as in a good character died, almost.
almost.
Just because you wanted him to keep being the bad guy.
Yeah, like,
You guys
So-
just love drama.
and then I
Yep.
saw, and then
Yo, did you see that new episode of Jersey Shore?
Is that still around?
oh
I
my
don't
God.
think so. Let's no, we're not gonna talk about the Jersey.
Why are we
Shore.
talking about Jersey Shore? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Anyway, it just turned me off of the whole Walking Dead. Like, the governor died, and he was a badass villain, and I see no point. And like, their struggle now is like, we must find food, and we must find a new place to live, and they're all like split up, and it's just no. I don't even.
Speaking of new places to live, let's talk about
Uh-huh.
Titanfall.
Damn, what a segue.
Damn.
What a segue.
I knew you were going for the April Fool's thing
Yeah.
with the Optimus Prime announcement. Remember that?
Yeah.
You guys,
Listen,
you
were gonna
lost
go-
me.
was
You're
I
gonna
here
go
when
for
this
that.
happened? The Optimus Prime.
Yeah, they made a Titanfall made a
Oh
sort
yeah.
of April
Oh
Fool's
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
I remember seeing that. That would be awesome.
It was a prank though, so
Well,
it's too
I'd
bad.
rather be Megatron or Starscream, but
Okay, yeah.
it would still be
Well-
awesome.
Why do you like the bad guys so much?
I don't know. I just don't like the good guys.
Joe, I have a question. In real life, if you had to go through any of these,
I would be
experiences,
straight good guy.
You'd be a straight good guy.
Yeah. No doubt.
Wow. How?
I feel bad
You're-
when I kill bugs.
Your viewpoint on things though is like, I really hope this guy kills someone. I really hope the bad guy wins. And then like when we get into like a real life thing, you're like, I would be totally good.
Because I
It's like,
I
it's
want to be a
conflicting.
bad guy, but I don't want to be bad. You know?
Listen, there's nothing wrong.
That's what video games are for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the joy of video games. People,
Yeah.
Oh man.
but what about all those people out there that don't give a fuck and they're just like serial killers.
Well, it ain't from playing video games. All
Oh,
right.
but the news tries to make it seem like it is.
Don't
So
even get me started on this. All right. Back
Yeah,
to
they do.
Titanfall. All right.
They do that with everything, though.
Titanfall. Now, Ernie, have you played any Titanfall? I'm assuming not.
No,
well, it looks like I'm the only one here.
Do you have any interest in Titanfall?
none whatsoever.
You're not too into first-person shooters, are you?
Not lately. The big robots did get me interested in it, but it's not all robots.
Now, this is basically a Jimmy topic because
Uh,
I've only I played like
You played it
3
though.
games.
Yeah,
or
but
at your
that's
house.
listen. The basis of it is those 3 games you played. That's like the
Well,
game.
yeah. I mean, and when I went into it, I was thinking like, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be fun, and it was fun, but I didn't feel like it grabbed me.
It is fun, and if you're like into shooters and into like big mechs and like crazy like frantic combat, it does grab you for like I would say the first 40 levels that you're going to be leveling up through, and then after that it's the same thing, same content. It's very competitive, and it's all multiplayer. No single player, so you can't just relax and play through a campaign if you want to. You always have to be going against people, that's what makes it competitive, and a lot of people don't like that.
I've heard that a lot of people want a game type with just people. Do you share that opinion, or do you feel that way?
Um, I'm pretty competitive, so like,
Do you think the mechs are kind of just like
well,
they?
I don't think it's balanced at like one bit because when you're in a mech, like you can seriously like you have 360-degree turning. You can look up, look down, anywhere that a pilot is going to be. You can seriously just one shot him almost with a mech,
Mhm.
and it's all the mech's weapons are overpowered, but that's I mean you're in a mech.
Well,
That's
against people though, but other people
yeah,
have
but
mechs
even
too.
even against other like mechs, it's still pretty overpowered. Like if you get the jump on a guy, unless you're really bad, you're probably gonna kill him because you get a jump on him, you start shooting at him, you dash towards him, you melee him, and like his shield's already gone, half his life's gone by the time he turns around. Like there's no outcome where that guy wins unless he's like an amazing player.
But if you think about it, the way first-person shooters have been, that's how it always is, even when you're not in mechs.
Yeah, and because it's from the makers of Call of Duty,
Yeah.
they still took their fast-paced like Call of Duty action into the pilot like ground, like just the whole like no mech action, it's just straight pilots. Like when it's that, and then you start the match, it's just like Call of Duty except with parkour,
Yeah.
and like
And
you
mechs.
yeah, and then the mechs come, and you have to be like in that mindset where you know how to like survive and work around like a giant ass robot trying to kill you and think you have to think like in a different aspect of like how they're gonna think on how to kill you and move around. You have to like gauge it and work against people that way.
Something I gotta hand it to the game though, like when I first started playing, I wanted to be a guy because I figured the controls would be easy, and I was scared to be a mech because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to learn the controls. I'm gonna die a few times in a mech. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. But the controls were pretty tight and crisp. Like when I got in the mech, I ended up having more fun than being on foot because I'm in a giant mech shooting things.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like everything's really like clear. Like they talk to you like the whole time. Like you got like AI talking to you, your team talking to you.
So when you don't have friends, you have robot friends.
Yeah, you have that robot mech that's like, "Hey, buddy, I'm here for you. Don't even worry."
Your Titan will drop in 10 seconds. Your Titan will drop in 5 seconds. That was kind of annoying.
Yeah, like that. There's some things that are annoying, but like a lot of people don't like just straight multiplayer because just like a lot of games out there, you have to always be connected to the internet. Just like with the Xbox One.
That's another thing that I heard a lot of people saying, like, they could have made a really kick-ass single player with this game.
See,
And they
but
kinda
this is the
dropped the
thing.
ball.
This is where things fall apart. You can either have a badass single player game where it's very polished and the developers put a lot of time and effort into that single player game to make it good. And then you could have shit multiplayer
Mhm.
because they don't spend a lot of time in it. Or you can have badass multiplayer with no single player or really bad single player, like Battlefield 4. All the Battlefield series, like every game they've ever made, the single player has been shit, except for like Bad Company, because that revolved around your squad. But they polished the multiplayer because that's what they strive. Like Battlefield's a multiplayer game, massive on scale, all that. And that's where things fall apart. Like you either play games for single player aspects and you pick up like RPGs and just like games that are really good, like adventure or shooter that's just focused on single player, or you're competitive in nature, you like getting online with your friends and playing multiplayer games that are polished, like Titanfall, because it's straight multiplayer. The multiplayer is really polished, so.
And they came at that like from a marketing standpoint straight from the beginning. I think didn't they just say like nobody plays the single player of like Call of Duty or any of that? It's all about multiplayer, and so that's what we're gonna focus on.
Yeah, they hinted towards it pretty strongly that they wanted to branch out and just like make a game that just straight out like only multiplayer. You hop on there, and then they hyped it up to be this big thing, and like it actually like went well with the hype, but I think it's kind of died out.
But
like,
don't you think? Can you think of any game that has a solid single player and a solid multiplayer? When's the last game? What's the last game that you played the single player, had a great time, and then played the multiplayer and had a great time?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
Because, well, as the Call of Duties have gone on, I didn't play the single player, but Call of Duty 4 had a pretty awesome single player.
right, like I've always played the Call of Duty single players. I've always beaten them on the hardest difficulty, and tried to get all the achievements and like strived for all that shit. And I would have to say it'd be Call of Duty 4. Like that was like the last game that I played single player and multiplayer and loved both.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that was like, well, I don't know. The Halo series is pretty good for
Oh
that
yeah,
too.
that's true. But
So,
the Halo 4 was kind of disappointing.
Halo 4 was amazing. I don't know. I loved
single
Halo
player?
4. Yeah.
I don't
Like-
know. It kind of didn't. It wasn't as exciting to me.
Like, well, I mean, it tied in with the story pretty well. Like, if you actually like have played all the Halos and then you played Halo 4 and you actually like paid attention to the storyline with it, it actually like it had like gap fillers and like it leaves you wanting like what's gonna happen in Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll definitely get Halo 5.
because
don't know.
how you don't have an Xbox One?
Maybe that'll be the game that makes me buy an Xbox One.
I hope so. That would be amazing.
It's all about
No.
that PC, man.
Let's take the PC.
Listen, PC's great and all. Like, it's great. Like, I usually play PC now because I have a badass computer. But I don't. I like, you still have to have a console. You still do. Like, I feel it's, like, necessary to have a console.
Why?
Because, like, it's just. I don't know. I've been a console gamer for so long. Like, I started
That's
young.
why.
So, like, it's still. Like, trust me, it feels better to play a shooter with a mouse. Like, it's more precise, pinpoint accuracy. It's a lot better. And it's more skillful because...
Done. We've converted the console gamer.
Yep.
End
No,
of
you
conversation.
you haven't. You can't
next
you can't
topic.
convert someone without the person saying it.
Shut up. You agree?
But,
Have it in
like-
recording?
Like, I don't know, like, with just, like, consoles, like, I don't like PlayStations. I'm not really an Xbox fanboy, but, like, I just like the controller layout, and I just like still playing consoles. Like, it's nice. You just...
Wait, well, you
It's
played it-
relaxing. Like, you just sit down on your couch, and you just pop in, like, a single-player game like Tomb Raider or, like, Assassin's Creed, and you're just like, alright, I'm just
Get a Steam box.
gonna... Listen. All you do is play Dota and StarCraft. I don't want to hear it.
Wait, hold on. Ernie, you're not gonna
What's
avoid
up?
the question.
What's the question?
What's the last game that you played that had a solid single player and a solid multiplayer?
Civ 5.
Civ 5 has a multiplayer? Oh, I guess that makes sense.
It
but,
has a multiplayer?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably... I don't know. I'm not
It's the
gonna
same as a single player, but you
No,
play.
no.
against-
Explain. Explain.
Yeah, okay.
Explain,
alright.
dog.
In single player, you play against the AI, and sometimes they're a lot tougher,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the difficulty. I'm usually playing on the Emperor level, which is, I guess it's on a scale from 1 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
The top is deity.
What's
at
Emperor?
6.
Okay.
And it's challenging, but it's fun. But when
Mm-hmm.
you play on multiplayer, you can end up with a team. No, not a team, but you can end up playing against completely new people or
And it's a
experts.
RTS, right?
No, it's a 4X game. It's 4X games usually deal with expansion, exploration, things like that.
Okay.
It's not an RTS like where it's a real. It's RTS stands for real time strategy, which is you basically go at a normal game pace, like any other
Real
game.
time pace.
So RTS would be like
StarCraft.
Rome Total War.
Um,
Like you have your armies,
So it's like
and
StarCraft.
it's like StarCraft 2, where you control all your units and they control their units. There's no pauses, no turn based. It's just
Is
you guys
Civ
fight each
5
other.
turn based?
yeah, Civ 5 is turn based.
Okay. That makes sense.
So it's like you gather resources and you build like a kingdom.
Which one?
Civ 5.
Civ 5.
Yeah, you do that.
And
You
then
get your
you conquer other nations. Is that like the whole like premise of the game?
Oh well, there's 5 victories.
Is it like
think-
Risk?
It
Basically
is
Risk.
like
in
So
a
you can't
video game
bring
form?
that in there because I've never played Risk.
I haven't either. No,
Oh.
but I've heard stories.
Stories.
I think I might have played like 5 minutes, but I was little and I didn't like board games.
it is like Risk, but Risk is about the war conquering. I guess
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like a domination victory in Civ 5. But yeah, I think Civ 5 is it's a good example of a good single player and a good multiplayer.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Now, since you have such a sexy voice,
Do I?
yeah, let's hear you talk a little bit about the Dota documentary. It's called
Oh.
Free to Play on Steam, right?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Mm.
It came out, when was it? I got Steam open right now. I'll probably get the date. Come on, Steam.
It's on
That-
YouTube too.
That frantic clicking.
Should hear me when I play Dota. But yeah, it follows the story of Dendy, a Ukrainian player for Navi. XY. No, I don't think it's XY. I think it's HY. A Chinese player. No, I think he's from Singapore. I don't know. And then an American, Fear from Team EG.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's on EG now, but used to not be. And it follows the story of how they sort of got into the game and are now at the first international tournament, which is at Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the first tournament that had like the biggest prize pool for competitive gaming, with 1 million being the first place prize.
Wow.
So that's a lot of money. And
Yeah, it is.
Dendy's team, Navi, just a fun fact, they have been to the finals of every single international since the first one.
Wow.
Yeah, they've only won the first one, though. Yeah. The documentary was really interesting because you got to see sort of the life they had at home
Mm-hmm.
and why they play these games. I don't want to reveal too much, but
I've heard that.
it's what? Go ahead.
I've heard that it, like, even if you don't like esports or Dota, it's still a good documentary to watch. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. I've heard that even someone like me would like it because I'm not super into esports or Dota.
If you like playing video games, and if you've ever had someone like tell you stop playing video games,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll like this movie, because the title free to play isn't just like about the Dota 2 being free to play. It's more like the message that you are free to play whatever you want.
That's deep, bro. That's deep.
It's super deep.
Hits the heart. Hits the heart.
But I like that because they also had like in-game sort of animation
Mm-hmm.
with their one program, Source Filmmaker. I've played around with that a bit, and it's tough, but they made a really cool animations so they don't just like show gameplay. It's it's like like a Blizzard cinematic or something like that. Or have you seen the
More machinima like.
yeah, it's machinima like. If you've seen the Meet the Medic or all those other videos for
Mm-hmm.
TF2, it's similar to that, but in Dota 2. So it's cool.
Interesting. So yeah, go check it out. It's on Steam. And it's also on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next topic. How many have you guys both? I know Jimmy has, but have you guys played the first Dark Souls?
I played a bit of it.
I beat it.
Have you played any of the second Dark Souls?
I have not, but I have watched a stream where a
Mhm.
guy beat it. I watched the whole playthrough.
Oh, whose stream?
Dude, I don't know. It was a random guy.
Was it Man versus Game?
No,
No?
Okay,
it
then.
was not. It was
well,
not.
It was
okay.
what?
Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
It has intrigued me.
Why is that?
It's because I hear people talk about Dark Souls, and it's always like this game is so rewarding to beat, and like it's like because all I hear is like you die, and it sounds horrible, but then everybody's always like the progression that you make is so rewarding.
All right. I have a question for you.
I
For
would
both of you. Do you enjoy games where you can go into a boss fight 30 times before you beat it? Like you don't actually like die because you fucked up. You die because like the boss can one-shot you, or like I guess you do fuck up in a way because you can dodge everything, but like you I've seriously been in a boss fight where like I've been close to killing it in Dark Souls 1, and like I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to finally kill this boss that I've been on for like an hour." And then like I just the game glitches, or like the boss glitches and like becomes unhittable, or like it's not like the game's fault or the developer's fault. It's just like a random weird bug that happens, and it just like pisses you off to the point of nothing. Like nothing else would piss you off more than like I think one night was 4 hours on one boss. I just could not fucking kill it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And like I finally killed it, and it's rewarding in that aspect. But like there was like a time where like I got stuck in lava. Like no matter what I did, like she just spit lava on the ground, and I was like, all right, I'll just jump out of it because hey, that's what happens. You can do that. And like for some reason, my guy would not jump. He wouldn't roll out of it. He was like stuck on the boss, and no matter which way I moved, the boss would move and just like pin me in the lava. So I was just like, I died just merely because of the lava. And it just like like I don't really rage that bad where I like want to break things, but like I really want to just like chuck my controller against the wall.
Well, here's the thing. As I said earlier, I'm a pretty casual gamer.
Okay.
There's lots of games like WoW, Diablo, League of Legends. There's a lot of people that are into it, and I just don't want to play them. I have no desire. It doesn't look fun to me, and I feel like I'm a detriment to myself as a gamer.
See, in reality, you're honestly missing out. Just because you see something and you're like, that looks terrible. Like you can't just be like, that looks terrible. I'm never gonna try
It's
it
not
because I
even
don't think
that.
I would like it.
That's the thing. It's not like everything is just like, oh, that looks terrible. It's that it doesn't appeal to me. But
Well, like,
here's where I need your help. You guys have both tried to get me to play games for a very long time.
Play
And
Dota.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play Dota. I'm gonna play Hearthstone. I'm gonna play maybe Diablo. I'm gonna try out all these games with you guys, and you're gonna teach me. It's my gamer quest to become a better gamer.
Well,
That's good.
I was gonna say like you don't need to play the games that everyone else is playing to be a gamer, you know.
No. I
give me
mean,
one second.
I'm not saying I'm gonna like go play Titanfall and every Call of Duty that comes out every year. But these are like big games that people are playing. Like it's not just like a fad of this game's big. It had a bunch of hype, but people are playing it. I'm gonna play it. Like these games are around and they've stayed in the hype.
Well,
So,
if you want to get into one, it'd be Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So what to say, Source.
sure. I mean, I'm gonna try a bunch of different games, like RTS games, MOBAs. I haven't in the past. I haven't been like super into open world games, but I'll try it. I'm gonna try a bunch of games, and I'm going to record them with you guys. First time playing, just as proof. And I just want you guys to teach me how to play. That's why I brought up Dark Souls 2.
Oh, you gonna
Because
get Jimmy to teach you?
I have questions. Do you think I should play Dark Souls 1 before I play Dark Souls 2? I've heard there's no story continuation, and cause some of the stuff is different, so I don't really need to. But what are your opinions?
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I think he left.
Oh, why did he leave?
He said he'll be right back. But
Turn you here. I think you should just go with it. The new one. Get the new one.
I'm probably just gonna get it for when it comes out for PC.
That's at the end of the month, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think it comes out. Yeah, I'm excited. I watched like Dark Souls videos, and I was like, it seems pretty fun, but I'm not sure.
My friend Eddie's got it for I don't remember what system he said, but he's been playing it.
I feel like I'm gonna get really mad all the time.
I got really mad all the time playing Dark Souls 1, and it's tough. I couldn't play with keyboard.
But I feel like it's like a gamer's rite of passage to beat that game.
If you feel that way, you should try it.
And that's why I want to do it. That's why I want to play all these other games too.
I wouldn't force myself to play something that's not like.
Well, I'm not gonna play it to beat it. Like, if I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna beat it. But you know,
that's what Jimmy was saying earlier. If you don't have fun getting one-shotted by a boss, but
that's the whole thing with this gamer's quest. Like I'm gonna try League of Legends. I'm gonna try Diablo.
Why are you trying League of Legends?
Dota. I'll try Dota.
Why would you choose League of Legends?
It was just an example. But if I don't like it, I'm not gonna keep playing it.
Yeah. Is Mike forcing you?
No. But yeah, so.
Is he still playing Rust all the time?
Every once in a while. Rust is a great game.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, it needs more because I haven't been playing it a lot either. Just because.
Still in alpha?
I think so. Yeah.
No.
But I mean, there's different server. Like I played on a Battlefield server.
What the hell?
It was really fun. Like you spawn with every gun in the game, every gun, a bunch of ammo, med packs, and you just like shoot. Like you start off with the guns, and you try to play the game like that.
Okay.
It made things really fun.
I feel like the one server I tried on, which didn't have any of the modern stuff, was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just surviving.
Yeah.
That was fun for me.
Yeah.
But since then, I haven't played much at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because Mike the Bandit would make us raid.
Yeah. They're still like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I like to role play more than I like to just straight up raid.
Yeah, I found it fun at first, but it got out of hand.
Hello?
Like, the only thing that we do is raid.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Speak to me. I just came back. Sorry for that that whole thing I just had to go through. If my buddy wasn't retarded, everything would be cool. But unfortunately, he is. So I've returned.
Well, we're talking about Rust at the moment.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about something else.
You guys can continue on with that lovely game.
Let's talk about the Diablo expansion.
Okay. All right, we can talk about that. Let's see here. Who has knowledge about that game?
I heard that they sold like 2.6 million copies.
Ernie,
They did sell a lot of copies.
have you ever played Diablo? Like, did you try it?
Yeah, I have tried it.
You didn't
Ooh.
like it or what?
It's a lot. I don't know. It felt like it was too much grinding. But that's what one of those hack and slash games is all
Yeah.
about. You know.
Yeah. So Jimmy, how is the new expansion?
All right. When Diablo 3 first released, it had been like a decade since Diablo 2.
Yep, lots of
So
hype.
like, so
I
everyone
love
was
that.
like,
Love Diablo 2.
yeah, and everyone was like, this game's gonna be amazing. It's been in production for a decade. It's gonna be polished, and everyone's gonna love it. It's gonna be everything that everyone always wanted. Um,
But
it
it's
was
Blizzard.
not. It was not in the least anything. It wasn't even playable. So, this is what happened. The night of the release, I don't think they anticipated like the mass amount of like
Are we
millions of people.
talking the initial release
The
or
initial release of the
okay.
D3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone from Blizzard anticipated that like a million people, 10 million people, whatever, were gonna get on all at once and crash the servers. So like Error 37, I think it was, came up, and they were like, no one could log in. You couldn't even log into authentication servers to do anything, which Blizzard still has a hard time dealing with for whatever reason. And it turned a lot of people off from the game. They were just like, this is stupid. We can't even play it. Blah blah. But then like the next day, everything was fine, and the masses got on, and everyone was like, this is amazing. They were playing through normal because it had 4 tiers of difficulty. Had like normal, nightmare, hell, and inferno. And you played through the first 3 difficulties. It was a joke. You just grinded, you leveled your guy up, you learned your guy, new abilities, like the new classes, you learned everything about him. Everything was great. And then you got into Inferno. And it was like, oh, look at this casual little boar sitting in this field. I'm going to kill it. Had a fuck ton of life. There wasn't dynamic scaling like there is now. So you were level 60. You probably had shit gear because you were just starting. And the boar killed you. The boar killed you in one shot, and you could do nothing about it. It was like, okay, so once you finally got past that grind of getting gear, because you had to bump down the difficulty, and then once you bumped it down, you got the yellows, the rare items, and then you decked your guy out, went into Inferno, and
That boar staring you in the face. What
you killed the
happens?
boar.
You kill the boar.
You just one-shot him.
Oh,
And then you got rare packs and elite packs, champ packs that had bullshit abilities like vortex, fire chains, wall, or poison. They put these walls around you. You can't get out of them. They pull you into them. They all have fire chains. They're in this little ball. You insta die. You revive. You insta die. And it used to be you would take a guy down to 1 life. You'd be like, all right, 1 more shot. He kills you, he regains all his life.
Oh shit.
That's how it used to be. They changed all that, but it was so bad. Like people ran out of gold because they had to repair so much. It was literally like one of the hardest grinds any game I've ever played. Like you stacked magic find on your gear just to get legendaries. Once you got past that like peak where you just like decked your guy out, which was really easy because they ruined the game because they implemented an auction house.
Mm-hmm. I've heard this.
And it wasn't bad if it would have just been like for gold. If it seriously would have been for gold, it wouldn't be that bad because you would still have to grind out the gold. And you wouldn't be able to amass a lot of it just by playing. But because there was a real money auction house where you could buy 50 million gold as much as you wanted,
Holy shit.
you could seriously buy 1 billion. If you wanted to drop like 50 to $100, you could, I don't know, like going rate, but it was cheap. So you could buy 1 billion for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just go in there and you buy the best items, deck your guy out, and you just smash face through the whole game. It becomes like unenjoyable at that point because Diablo's all about a grind. Well, Then they put monster difficulties to try to fix that, like 1 through 10 on Inferno, and it was stupid. Like, still, like, unless you have crazy amounts of gear, you can't play highest difficulty. Um, and then Reaper came out. But a month before Reaper actually came out, they were like, we're gonna put in the new patch with dynamic scaling. So like, as when you level, say you're 62 in the game or whatever, and as soon as you hit 63, everything around you, like monsters, enemies, everything becomes 63 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then items drop that are 63 instead of 62s. Well, technically, while you're leveling, it doesn't really work that way. When you hit max level, it does. But pretty much they put the patch in. We were technically playing Reaper Souls without the Crusader, without like
The new
the
content.
new loot, the new act, all that. And it ran for a month. Everything was fine. So when Reaper of Souls released, because it was dynamic, when they released it, we already had it downloaded and everything. We could seriously just exit the game and pop right into Reaper of Souls in Act 5. Like,
Sounds
play
pretty
right
great.
through. So it was awesome. Like, I think all games should do that. Blizzard hit that shit perfect.
And I heard that patch that they set out a month before is like they made it how Diablo should have been from the beginning.
Yeah,
Like I heard
it
it
did.
like really made the game way more playable than it was.
It should have been because they changed the loot system. Because say I'm playing like a barbarian, they use strength gear. I would get gear for a wizard,
Mm-hmm.
and it was stupid. And then you just have to sell it on the auction house and hope you made money to buy your barbarian gear or whatever. Um, but they changed the game. It's great. Like it's how it should have been, but it's not polished enough because the end game has nothing.
Okay.
There's you grind out your guy. Like I play with buddies that have like top end gear. They're doing like 1.5 million damage, and they can do T6, and they just destroy everything. But they still need pieces of gear, and there's no surefire way to get those pieces of gear. You can't go into a game and be like, all right, I'm ring, so I'm going to play the game, and I can do this act or whatever, and this boss drops a ring. There's none of that, so you can't really grind it. It's just all random. So you'll be playing, and you'll get legs, and then you'll get a legendary leg piece, and then you'll be playing like an hour later, and another legendary will drop, and it will be fucking legs again. And you'll play like another hour or two, and legs will drop again, and you're just like, fuck this game. And they're always worse. Like my guy's like decently geared on here, and I still can't get upgrades. Like you just play for hours for nothing. Like they introduced rifts, which is kind of like endgame. It's just like a crazy like huge like open map that you just go into and you get a bunch of items for doing it. And then they introduced this gambling chick where you, you spend your shards you get for the rift, and she doesn't give you anything.
I see.
She doesn't like give you anything great at all. Like you can just spend like I think I spent like 3,000 shards, which is it's a decent amount. It's not really some crazy amount, but like I've got one legendary off of her after 3,000 shards when things cost 5. It's 5 shards to buy a piece of gear.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't think they had anticipated like people like getting to the end game so quickly because it seriously took like 5 to 8 hours, if even that, to hit like max level. And then you just start your grind, and it pisses people off that there's nothing like more to the game. It's just like rifts or whatever, and then you just grind out these keys from key wardens, and then you open up this infernal machine to like a portal, like a realm that has like a crazy ass boss that'll spawn more bosses. So you have to fight like 3 or 4 bosses. Like it's usually 2 though at once, and that's it. That's like the end game. And then even after you kill them, you're not guaranteed to actually get anything.
Overall, how do you rate the expansion though?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, or just like
Just sure, whatever you like.
Um,
How do you feel about it?
like if I had to give D3 when it first released, I would give it like a 2 or a 3.
Yeah,
And now I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7.
not bad.
It's still not where it should be, but it's definitely an improvement, and I hope they keep improving on it.
Nice.
All right. Now, Another game that I have mixed feelings about. Elder Scrolls Online. Now, I love me some Elder Scrolls.
I think everyone loves Elder Scrolls.
Yep.
But I cannot invest the time into an MMO.
It's it comes with you have to pay $60, and then you also have to pay per month.
Really?
It's like not even.
It's
like, I don't know.
It's 15 a month.
Yeah.
It's subscription and you have. Oh, well, yeah. But.
Yeah.
Why can't they have the Guild Wars way of doing things?
See,
Guild Wars was awesome because you just paid $60 up front and you kept the game.
All right, check this out. If you're going to play a game because you want it to be good, it has to have a subscription fee. Like, they have to be making money to make the game better.
Microtransactions, man. That's where it's at.
See, that ruins the game, though. Because then it becomes like pay to win.
Well, they can do it without being pay to win.
But then a lot of people
Dota
won't
2
do
is not pay to win.
Yeah, but Dota and League and all those are free to play because people are going to buy the skins. People are going to buy champions.
That's free to play doing it right. They're still making tons of money, but it's not pay to win.
You can't do that with an MMO. Like, it's really hard to like have that like concept in an MMO.
They haven't figured out how yet.
Blizzard has.
Well then, you can do it with an MMO.
You can, but people still think that's pay to win where you're ruining the game. Because you're always going to have the different opinions and the bias of people that invest the time in a game. Like, how WoW used to be, because I've played this MMO for so fucking long. Like, how WoW used to be is when you saw a person in raid gear and you're like, holy shit, that guy's a badass. You're like, he has this gear that I'm probably never going to obtain because I'm just a casual. Well, people that take the time and invest the time into their character to be good at their character and play the game, like how an MMO should be, like there should be that grind to level up. They still have a subscription fee and all that, but they now have it where you can pay $60 to just have an Insta 90.
Well, that's
not paying to win.
Yeah,
but
it's paying for an advantage. It's not even really an advantage.
It's paying for you just to be like, all right, look, I don't have the time to do this. I just want to be able to play with my friends or do max level stuff. So I'm just gonna pay them $60 and GG. Which I think a lot of MMOs should have that, but in the long run, I don't think it's enough to keep the servers running, everything running in a game, and keep pushing out like updates and patches to make the game like awesome.
If they had like skins for mounts and stuff, you don't think people would buy the shit out of them?
Oh, I know people would buy the shit out of them.
It would make so much money. All they have to do is revolve it around mounts, and they would make so much money.
But like, it's a touchy subject because a lot of people complain, and then they have to do it right. Because if they do it wrong to start with, they're gonna lose their sub base.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, Elder Scrolls Online, I haven't seen much on it, but you've played it, right?
I played the beta, and I had friends that play the beta.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people I know have played the beta, and a lot of people online that I talk to have played the beta. So like,
how do you feel?
I thought it had decent graphics. Like, graphics aren't really a thing. Like, I don't really care. Like, I want the gameplay to be good, and I felt like the only gameplay that was good was the melee. Like, if you're gonna be a tank, like sword shield guy, or just straight two-hander or dual wield, whatever you wanted, if you were melee, that was fine. Like, it plays like Skyrim.
See, that seems like a really good thing to me.
Like, it plays like Skyrim, except it has MMO aspects to it, like your chat window. It has your map, all that, and you can keybind. It has everything that an MMO has. It's just in an Elder Scrolls universe. Well, you could not really play magic or archery very well. It was really clunky, and it was an auto aim feature.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, and even the auto aim feature, like I didn't like it. It wasn't like my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that it was just really weird that you couldn't actually look at things and cast at them. You just casted stuff, and if it was like in range, or if it was like there, you didn't even really have to like target it. It was just like you free cast at it, and it like had a homing thing that went to it.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird.
And it would have been better if like how other MMOs have it, like you click on something, it's your target, and then you start casting at it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like free cast where your guy just is auto going to cast, and you know that thing's going to go at him and hit him. But it makes sense because you're like targeted. Like it was just really, it just felt gross.
Hopefully that's fixed because I don't know. I'm reluctant to buy the game because it's an MMO and I'm not gonna have time to invest in it. But it's Elder Scrolls Online. Like we've been asking for a multiplayer Elder Scrolls forever.
Like if you're not going to have the time, I wouldn't even bother. Like honestly, if I were you, I would just buy Skyrim for the PC and just have at it like that with mods and stuff, so you can keep changing whatever you wanted.
I think someone's developing a Skyrim multiplayer mod, but it's really clunky.
Like, yeah, that'd be crazy to try to like implement that in actually like Skyrim without like the actual developer doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's people out there that make shit work like that, so it could happen.
It would be nice to just have Bethesda make it though.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Well, Bethesda is making it, right? That's the company that is pushing.
Yeah, I mean, like, but just a multiplayer Elder Scrolls. It doesn't have to be an MMO. Just like I don't know.
All right, like a co-op version,
Yeah,
where you could just
like,
go in with
it
friends.
doesn't seem like it would break the game.
Yeah, that'd be pretty simple. Like you just have to have like co-op quests, and they put some money into it, but it wouldn't be like a huge MMO.
Yeah,
Like I could see that.
I could see like 4 players in a world at one time, maybe.
Yeah.
At most. But I mean,
Like
this is what we've wanted.
I mean, a ton of people are gonna buy it because it's Elder Scrolls.
It's Elder Scrolls. I'm thinking about buying it, and I know that I'm not gonna play it.
You keep saying this is what we wanted, but I feel like I like the single player. I don't want you guys. I don't want someone messing around.
I've heard that opinion too. That's true.
Like, honestly, there's streams on Twitch all the time for ESO, so I would definitely go on there and check it out because like it's exactly like Skyrim, dude.
Yeah, I went on last night, but it was really annoying, so I just clicked away
Like,
instantly.
I watched a guy ride around on a horse for like an hour. I was like, no. Like, he was like level 50. He was like towards endgame. And I was just like, no. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah. Well, like any good game that you're going to buy, do your research.
On Twitch.
Yep.
Except don't watch the people with webcams.
I mean, you gotta get a good one. You can't just be like, don't watch these people because they have a webcam. Like, some people are funny and they actually like go for the audience thing.
Yeah. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for
or
saying thank you back.
Or they like take the time to actually like reply to what their like viewers are saying to them. Like people like that. But I don't know, man. Like
they do that shit too much.
Yeah.
I
just
just
get annoying, but I mean,
I can get why they do it because I mean that's their job and stuff.
yeah.
But
helpful.
But
yeah. I mean, we'll see. I guess it's still in beta, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Wait,
actually,
released,
I think it just released today. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, we should.
Pretty sure it released April 4th.
Yeah. It says on their wiki.
Wow. Well, go check it out. We'll check it out after this, and we'll see. I guess.
That's really surprising because on Twitch usually every single new game is like at 40 something viewers like on all these streams.
Yeah.
But it's really low.
I think Elder Scrolls is kind of like the people who like it, and the people who don't. I mean, fantasy isn't for everybody. The whole fantasy realm.
It's that fan base, just like most games. Like Elder Scrolls is a huge fan base, but I think no one wants to pay the subscription fee when it's just like Skyrim, and they can play that shit by themselves.
Either that or it's a terrible game. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually the the telling for a game gonna be bad is they don't give you any information about it beforehand, and just sort of put like a big NDA on it. And this one had that. It didn't have any sort of publicity or hype going for it. Just the Elder Scrolls name, sort of writing on that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's close out the gaming part of this cast with what games we're looking forward to.
Oh shit!
What games we're looking forward to, huh?
I'm looking forward to
I'll go
playing a
first.
pub game of Dota after this.
I'm looking forward to Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
There was like something, like
So-
somebody
se-
said something about it being in the Himalayas
I heard about that. Yeah,
with rideable elephants.
Oh my god.
is that in India or something? Somewhere around there, right?
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, if you've
Okay,
seen
okay.
Docile Creatures
Alright.
Creature Hunt, that was like my favorite thing ever to make.
Before
Far
we
Cry
go
4 is gonna be amazing.
before we go into this any further, I think everyone should know that good old Joe over here just likes driving shit and riding on things.
Well, but in Far Cry, I didn't really like driving. It was just I liked the hunting animals, and I liked the story too. The story was awesome. Game of the year for me. It's one of my favorite games of all time,
It was a great game, but
Yeah,
and I
It's
hope
good.
Far Cry 4 is just as good. And it's gonna be in a new setting too, because all the Far Cries have been like
Dude.
tropical,
tropical jungles are like badass.
and it was
It's like,
cool fighting like crocodiles and Komodo dragons. But I want rideable elephants.
Oh my god. See, it doesn't take much to please you. Like you would play a game and be like, dude, you can ride this giraffe, and you'd be like, I'm getting it.
A game is judged by its ability to character customize. That's all I'm saying.
And
That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Which means Far Cry 4 Far Cry has no character customization. But besides that, it's an awesome game.
no,
I'm excited for Far Cry 4.
You got tattoos,
Yeah, but it was skill tree stuff. It wasn't really
but you got to customize yourself.
fair enough. If you're on my side and I'm arguing against you, I don't know why. You're right, Ernie. There is character customization.
Absolutely.
So what are you guys looking forward to?
Mountain Blade,
Mountain Blade
the new
7,
one.
8,
No,
2?
no, no. It's the I guess the fourth one.
The fourth one. Okay.
I forgot what it's gonna be called. Oh, Banner Lords. Yep.
Banner Lords.
I love the Mountain Blade series. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll come out this year. If not,
I'm also looking forward to
2015.
Rust coming out. Forgot about Rust. Rust is awesome. Go on,
that was it.
Jimmy.
Hold on.
What are you looking forward
Before
to?
we finish that, what exactly is Mountain Blades?
Mount
Mountain.
and Blade.
Oh, Mount and Blade. All right, not Mountain Blades.
No, not
No.
Mounted Blade. Or
That would-
Mounted Blades.
That
Not
sounds
Alright,
like a
wha-
cool title, but you've
What
heard
is
of
that?
Mountain
Is that
Blade?
like Dynasty Warriors?
No.
Please
No.
explain, because I'm not 100% sure what it is either. I mean, I know what it is, but it's sure what the game type is. Like, what kind of game is it?
I'm not even sure about it.
Nobody knows what Mountain Blade is.
Okay. It's a RPG sandbox open world medieval. I'm reading the Steam tags for it, and basically, you start off with the single player. You start off as like a customizable character, and you're supposed to raise an army, and sort of become like a key figure in this fantasy medieval world. You can either start out your own kingdom, or you can become part of someone else's kingdom, like the Vikings, or something like the Arabians. There's Arabians too, and there's like
Maybe Germans.
I think that would probably be the Saranid. No, Saranid's the Arabian stuff, but yeah, I think there's a German sort of themed one.
Awesome.
But there's also the multiplayer, which is just like huge 100 on 100 people battles, where it's just medieval fights.
100
So
on
it's
100 players? Like, actual players or bots?
players.
Wow.
But the servers are dying out since this game is like really old. What are we in 2014 now?
That
This
hype
was-
for Mountain Blade is not that strong.
No, not with Chivalry out there.
Chivalry was pretty good. I
But
played
they
a
didn't
little bit of it.
they didn't have those 100-on-100 battles
True.
or the single player. That was awesome. I love the single player, by the way.
Oh, Mountain
Just-
Blade?
Yeah, yeah, love it. Just raising your army.
Is that another
Bandits.
one that has an awesome multiplayer and an awesome single player?
Holy shit! Yeah, it does. It is. I don't play much of the multiplayer though, but the single player is awesome.
Interesting that these little, I would say, niche fantasy games are the ones with awesome multiplayer and an awesome single player.
Mm-hmm. They sort of get like a good grasp on what people actually want,
Yeah.
but they just don't market out to like the larger audience,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't get as many people playing.
So how about you, Jimmy? What are you looking forward to?
The Division.
Oh, The Division. I forgot about The
Shit.
Division. Are we all looking forward to that?
Is that the?
That's Tom Clancy one?
Third-person shooter RPG.
It's like MMO,
Yeah, it's like
but not.
you're in New
stupid.
York City, and I don't know what happened. There might be like an outbreak or a plague or something happened.
Some kind
But there's
of
like mass
apocalyptic
looting and rioting, and it's like New York City. I'm pretty sure it's New York, and it's just like turned to shit. Everything's like destroyed. Cars are on fire. Buildings are destroyed. But you salvage things, and there's beacons. There's other players around the whole like map.
It's kind of like, to me, it looks like Rust in New York City, like ruins of New York City,
Yeah,
So-
it's Rust,
and futuristic.
but except it's a million times better because the graphics are actually amazing, and everything is pretty
Well,
polished.
Oh.
since you're saying the graphics are amazing, you're obviously gonna get it for PC.
I'm probably gonna get it for PC.
Hold on, Jimmy. The graphics are amazing because it's a AAA game, and
See,
Rust is like
Rust is like.
it's
See, I
indie.
actually think the Division could go somewhere though. Where I think Rust is still an alpha. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Well, okay, but
that means it has tons of potential.
Rust is also an indie game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a mass backing from a huge like
It sold
company.
a lot.
Okay, this is what I saw in Rust though. Like this, I don't like games like this because it doesn't have a lot to do. Like I felt like when
Well,
I
it's an
started,
alpha.
when I started and I went to the main city and I gathered a ton of supplies and then I just had to go out and mine. Like yeah, there's that presence that people could be stalking you or trying to take your stuff, but like other than that, it's just like, all right, I just build a place and I'm good. And then I have to make shit like secluded.
You played
and
for
then
like 5 minutes,
that's all that I felt was
and
needed.
you were
to-
given everything.
I felt that was all
your
that was
opinion
needed.
is inadequate.
No, no,
No,
no.
hold on. Let Jimmy finish.
I felt that that's all that it took. It was 5 minutes to an hour before you experience all Rust had to give you.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, it's an alpha, but
Jimmy, I think Rust and these sort of games like similar to it, like DayZ,
mm-hmm.
are more dependent on how the people play it. Because earlier, me and Joe were talking about it. There's different servers. Like the server I liked playing on didn't have the modern weapons or the Kevlar and all that, and it was just straight up survival. Stone hatchets, bow and arrows, just shooting, and you sort of meet people, and everyone was super nice because you weren't shooting each other because they didn't have like the M4s. But I liked that because it was more about the survival instead of more about the raiding, like how Mike likes to play it.
And then I was telling Ernie about the Battlefield server, which is the complete opposite. You spawn with every gun and like a bunch of ammo, med packs. You don't have any armor or C4 or anything like that, but you spawn with all that stuff, so it's not a struggle to get that stuff. And then you try to survive. When everybody has guns, and you know that everybody has guns.
Hmm.
It's just another interesting aspect.
And there's
But,
like,
if we all get the Division, are we all gonna play together? On
if you
PC?
get it on PC,
I'm getting on PC.
I'll definitely be playing it. So
That would be amazing.
hmm
If it is amazing, expect to see it on my channel, youtube.com/Mr. Anyways.
see, I don't know. Like, I think indie games like they make a great one every once in a while, but like,
Well, that's
out
the
of all-
joy of indie games.
well, yeah, it's the joy of indie games, but they don't get hype and they're not really all that enjoyable because it's an indie game. They don't have a mass backing, so like, it's not going to be like a completed, amazing game.
They don't have the money for the hype. That's what it is.
I know.
But
Well-
that doesn't mean it's not a good game. The thing about indie games is lots of people can make indie games, so there's a lot more of them, which makes it harder or more far. What am I trying to say? There's fewer good ones.
Yeah. Plus, they're more niche.
It's like trying to find like that needle in a haystack, though. Trying to
But there's
find that
good
gray
ones.
one.
Like if AAA title or if all these huge publishers like put out as many games as indie games do, it'd be the same thing. But I mean, they just have the money for the hype, which indie games don't have.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if I had to choose between Rust
still good
and
ones.
The Division, like, I would always go with The Division, just because, like,
Well, it's an alpha right now. Rust is. If I saw the finished product of Rust, then I could make an opinion. But
there's so many games like Rust,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you just have to choose which one you'd rather play.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 7 Days to Die on Steam. Daisy.
That format is just blowing up.
Nether.
Yeah, I want to try Nether. Seems pretty fun.
And there's that zombie one. Oh, there it is. Infestation.
Oh, another zombie one, huh?
Yeah. There's way too many of these open world shit.
Yeah.
It's because it's Minecraft's fault.
That's why it's also Minecraft's fault that we have all these
Indie games.
early access games.
Oh, that's a tough topic.
Yeah, let's avoid that topic. We're going to the movies now. We're gonna breeze through these because
Actually, speaking of movies, I would like, as your people that like follow you should know, that you do work at like a movie theater, correct?
they don't know this, but yes.
Okay, you work at a movie theater.
Yes. Okay.
And I have a topic that I think we should cover really quickly.
Mhm.
What would you guys do if you found, this is a morality decision. What would you guys do if you found a wallet full of money in it?
I would turn it into my manager straight away.
No, this depends. Am I working at this theater?
Oh, yes, you are working at this theater.
Hypothetically, let's put up a hypothetical situation. You're cleaning this theater,
Oh yeah.
and you see a wallet. You've
Yeah.
seen plenty of wallets before. It's not a huge deal. You open it up just to see who the poor schmuck who dropped their wallet in the movie theater is gonna have to come back tomorrow and get it.
Yep.
You see a fat stack of bills in there.
Yep.
A fat stack. You count it up, $100-something.
Yep.
Now, you work here. The protocol is to turn it in. Anything over $20, turn it in. That's the protocol.
Anything over $20.
Yeah.
I love that policy.
And you look at their ID, you see the face of the person that this money belongs to.
Oh shit.
What is your decision?
It's tough because I don't want to seem like an asshole, but I'd pocket the money. I would pocket the money, and I would get rid of the wallet by burning the thing.
Wow.
And I would pretend I never saw it.
I see. Interesting. Okay, let's move on.
Wow.
No. I would like to hear what Joe would do about this.
Well, obviously,
Obviously.
being in this situation many times, I'm a professional at my craft, and I'm a stand-up employee.
Uh-huh.
I would obviously just turn in the money and feel like a great person at the end of the day.
Now, if I knew the person, I'd absolutely turn in the wallet.
Oh yeah, of course.
But stranger leaving their wallet in a movie theater, no. If it was like a restaurant and I worked at the restaurant, yeah. But movie theaters get lots of people in there.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I sound like such a scumbag. But no.
What a scumbag, Ernie. Like, really?
You'd keep the money.
I would. I would.
Let's take this out of the movie theater and let's put this in public.
Okay.
Yeah, you go and you're on the bus or like the subway or something like that, and you sit down, and then you get up and leave, and someone says, "You left your bag there." and you think it's your bag and you pick it up, but it has cash in it.
Just a
What do you
bag
do?
full of cash.
Hold on.
Bag full of cash.
Hold on. If it was a bag
one
full of
question.
cash, I would leave it there because that shit belongs to drug dealers, and they're gonna come for my head if they realize I have it.
I have one question for you, Ernie. In what world would you be like, oh, you're right. I obviously had this bag when I came into the subway, and
Just for the chance that it's a bag full of money.
I was expecting drugs because
see,
it's obviously a drug deal or something.
I was gonna take it a little bit further and like, what if people like not like with a bag full of money? That's a little, it's a little out there. But like, what would you do if like people were like watching you, like looking at you, like
Oh, obviously, do the right thing.
you would do the right thing then when you were being watched?
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
don't want to be a scumbag in
But
front
then
of
we take it a step
eyes,
further, and like, why wouldn't you just do the right thing then when you weren't being watched?
because no
Just-
one's watching.
Because it's free money.
Because the pressure, but it's still free money regardless if people are watching you or not.
Hold on. The only reason
people watching are people that can tie you to a crime.
But
exactly.
they're not going to be like, I saw this guy take this guy's wallet. They're not going to know that. They're not going to be like, oh, well, maybe he's just picking up his wallet, or maybe whatever. Like, you could get up and be like, oh shit, a wallet, and like you can still do it. Where you're like, people would be like, I wonder if that's his, but
This
they're
is
not
what you
going to
do.
like
This is
think
what you
into
do.
it.
You see the wallet on the ground, you pick it up, you exclaim loudly, I must
My
turn this into the
wallet!
lost and found. And then you walk away and you just keep it.
See,
No. Okay.
I wouldn't
Look,
do that. I'm just saying, if a scumbag like Jimmy were gonna do this, this is what he should do.
yeah, but anyway, let's move on to the movie section. Enough about money and wallets.
No, hold on. The only reason you do anything good, in my opinion, is because you don't want to be judged by others.
I disagree.
I disagree completely.
Because okay.
Otherwise, I would be a bad guy. Remember we had this conversation?
Yes, and I do think everyone is a bad person.
You're very
Just
cynical, my friend.
everyone in the whole world has a bad person.
Or at least they are capable of doing bad.
To be
yeah,
fair,
because that's human. Like
be
human
fair.
nature, dog.
I think that 2/3 of the people in this car right now are bad people. Excluding myself,
Oh,
of course.
Jimmy thought he was safe.
I really thought he was gonna be like, you know what, Jimmy has some just good morals. He knows what's up, and
Just kidding. You guys are great.
no.
No, I'm a bad person. I know it.
Ernie's like, no, I'm terrible.
Anyways, we're gonna get into the movies now. Is that cool, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, we can
I just want to know what you guys think about this movie. Today, or not last night, was the midnight showing of Captain America.
that it was.
Are you excited to see this movie? Do you want to see this movie at all?
No.
No.
Well,
What about you, Jimmy?
Yeah, I love Marvel movies and the whole like Marvel universe. So I'm pretty psyched for it. Like, it's not on like I have to go out and see this movie right now.
Not opening weekend,
Right. Like,
viewable, but you want to see it. That's how I feel.
that's because I hate people too. So.
Yeah, me too. I hate people.
But I think like Captain America, you know, like
He doesn't even have superpowers.
he does.
wow,
I'm kidding.
He does.
He's not like Iron Man. Iron Man doesn't have
He's a
superpowers.
fucking mutant.
Exactly.
But well, so is the Hulk. But whatever. Anyway, I think like just Iron Man, and Captain America in general. Like, I just like I saw the first one. It was pretty good, but like I just don't like have that whole like mindset where I'm like, oh my god, Captain America.
The bone to pick that I have with Captain America is who the hell said it was okay for Chris Evans to play the Human Torch and Captain America. You don't play more than one Marvel superhero. It's just confusing. Am I right?
Well, who owns the rights to Fantastic Four?
They're different. I think Fox
Yeah.
has Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, I think. I don't know. But
That was
that's
Sony
why.
Pictures. I thought Sony had...
I have no idea. I'm talking out
Spider-Man.
my ass right now.
Well, in the same like perspective of things, who the fuck made it okay for Ben Affleck to try to play Batman while he plays Daredevil?
Oh god, we're avoiding this too. So, okay. Next, we're moving on. Movie possibilities. Let's
Sure.
start with the Minecraft movie.
Ugh.
That's how I feel.
No, thank you.
It has the slightest chance of being good. Like, I saw the Lego movie and it was pretty good. I think it could be like that, but it's not going to be.
The Lego movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know. It was actually pretty good. Just
Okay.
Sure, Bal.
so yeah, Minecraft movie thoughts.
Kids will love it.
Kids will love it.
It'll sell.
It will.
So many people love Minecraft that I
Now's
think
the
just
time to
goes-
do it too.
They're making
Yeah.
a movie that people are gonna be like, "Yes, this is amazing," but
They've sold
What?
so many copies of Minecraft.
what? Okay, yeah, but you gotta think about it like this: Minecraft, it's an open world, do whatever you want game. How do you incorporate that into a movie?
I mean, okay. I see your point, and I raise you one Lego movie. What is the storyline behind Legos?
They use like all the superhero stuff. I know that. So they
All right, well,
they borrowed from other
Yeah,
movies.
you can
but
do
the
whatever
story
you-
wasn't like oh, here's a Batman storyline with Legos in it, or here's a Superman storyline with Legos in it. It was here's a Lego storyline with Batman in it.
Okay.
Like Batman was him and the Batmobile of certain kinds were in it, but that was it. That was all that
So-
was in it from Batman.
So pretty much what you're saying is, in Minecraft, they can just do whatever they want to.
Yeah, they can make like people make custom maps. Those are stories.
If they fucking get YouTubers in it, I don't know.
That would be interesting. Oh god.
I just don't think that would be a good.
I'm a dwarf and I'm geeky. if they have that in the
God.
Minecraft movie.
Be fun.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I just that shouldn't be a movie.
Another controversial movie. The Game of Thrones movie.
All right.
Now, let me explain this.
Yeah, go on.
Since the way that the show is going now, the series will end before the next books come out. So, what I've heard is George R.R. Martin, the creator of the books, has said the way to finish this up could be in a feature-length movie.
That's bullshit.
I hate this
He's-
idea.
He signed a contract that he cannot die before he finishes the books. But he's also, I don't know. He's already told the ending to the show creators,
Mm-hmm.
so the show creators can just go on with it.
Wait.
I mean,
He signed a contract that stated he cannot die before it finishes.
he made a
Yeah.
contract with death. Stating
No.
that you cannot
With
take
his-
my soul until I finish writing the Game of Thrones.
With his
Push.
book
I
publishers,
see.
which means like he has
even
to.
better than death. The book publishers.
So what he pretty much told the book publishers was like, "Trust me, guys, I'm gonna sign this, and I promise I will not die before I finish this."
I'm
No,
immortal
it's-
as long as these books stay unwritten.
It's more like, okay, the Wheels of Time series. The author died before he finished the series, so someone else took over for him. But before he died, he sort of told the ending to the series to the new author. That's what the contract is.
Okay.
So the
All
books won't end up like unfinished, even though the show is like already.
Yeah, but
Pushing
I
ahead.
mean, this is true. They could make the series just whatever they wanted to, but the book still wouldn't be written, so it'd be a completely different story. Like they would, because right now the books are. I mean, I haven't read the books, but are they close to what the show is?
They're similar. There's obviously some sort of
There's some
differences.
characters- yeah, but I mean, for the most part, it's going the same storyline, as opposed to Walking Dead, where there's some big stuff that they're delineating from the comic books.
Well, the Game of Thrones is doing the same thing, sort of. There's some big things they missed out on that everyone thinks is part of like this big reveal later on. I won't reveal anything, but
Please don't.
they missed out some things that happened in the first book that they can't go back on because characters are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's kind of the same thing as Walking Dead.
yeah, and they've added new characters in to make it do whatever they fucking want. Yeah.
All right.
But
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would hate the idea of a Game of Thrones movie because I think like when the first game, like before this show came out, people came to him with ideas for Game of Thrones movies, and he's like, you can't do this in a 2-hour-long movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's gonna be the same if you want to do the last 2 books in a 2-hour movie. Like, how can you do that thoroughly?
Why don't they just do what they did with like Harry Potter and do it like a 2-part segment movie?
Or like 7-part segment movie.
Like, you could still condense it down. Like, he can get a lot done in the seasons that need to be done, and just like the last book, put it into like a 2-part movie.
Yeah. Well, this the rumor about him wanting to make a movie, I don't think it'll ever happen because HBO sort of owns the rights to make not the movie, but like the TV show for it. So they're not going to let George R. R. Martin just sign a movie deal. They probably got that like under contract. Like, you can't do it.
We can only hope.
Yeah. But if they do make a movie, I want them to make it from the Tales of Dunk and Egg, which is the short
prequel.
stories.
Before any of this stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Sure. I'd be down with that. It's
That's-
not like a 7-book thing. It's only like 1 book, isn't it?
Wait, like
3 books.
Before this, like the season, like the series started.
Yeah, like 100 years before.
So
Yeah,
like,
it's like hundreds of years.
still like The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for way before. If it would be like
Yeah.
way before Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Fair enough.
2 or 3 generations before. Yeah, something like that. It follows a Targaryen and a really tall knight.
And obviously Ned Stark is there reincarnated.
No,
Pre-incarnated, you mean?
no, but you do see some of their ancestors.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'd be
Like,
cool with that.
Like
Just because I have no emotional investment in it. And I don't
it
care
would-
if it gets ruined.
it wouldn't go like against anything that like has happened in like the books or like the series, right? Like, it would just be before then. Like, anything they've said now like wouldn't be tied back to anything from that.
If I
Well,
answer
it
your,
could be. I mean, what if
If-
the ancient Lannisters wiped out all the ancient Starks way before it all happened?
if I answer that question, it would be revealing too much.
Oh,
Don't answer it. Let's move on, shall we?
Sure.
The new Godzilla movie.
no.
I think Bryan Cranston's in it.
Just no. Like, we went through that phase in like the 2000 era. Like, I think it's done. Like, Godzilla is done.
What do you think, Ernie?
John Cusack was great in the original Godzilla 2000 version.
John Cusack?
I think he was in it.
John Q.
No, it wasn't John Cusack.
Fuck was it?
It was the dude from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No.
Yes.
No, it was definitely John Cusack.
There's no way.
He's fucking. He was in that. I remember that.
Oh my god.
He's not in it.
Pretty sure it
He's not in
was
it.
Broderick or whatever his name is.
Shit. It looked like him.
Oh god. I'm personally really excited for this movie.
Why?
Solely for the fact that Bryan Cranston is in it.
Matthew Broderick.
And Godzilla looks awesome. Like the original
Well-
Godzilla is. Not like this thin, like newly invented Godzilla. like
Dude,
the
he
other-
went on a diet.
The other Godzilla was when it came out when I was a kid. I watched the shit out of it and I loved it. But
Like,
I can admit that it was bad now.
well, yeah. Like, I mean, a lot of shows you used to like are bad now, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly.
It should go back to Japan.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I
I
just feel like
I want to give it a chance. I don't think it's gonna be super awesome. I'm kind of just in the middle. Like I
It's-
want to see it because Bryan Cranston is in it, and like the trailers look freaking awesome.
listen, it's Godzilla. Like, who the hell talks about Godzilla nowadays?
No.
Like, when's the last time you heard anyone be like, "Dude, Godzilla, that new movie coming out, whoo, we're gonna be awesome."
All right.
That's just true, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay. But on that same line, I guess, Ninja Turtles.
No, same premise. Like, no.
I agree. You know what baffled me when I saw this? I actually saw the trailer for this the other day. And you remember how Megan Fox and God, I'm blanking on his name. Freaking
Matthew
director.
Bay.
Yeah. They had this huge fight or whatever,
All
and
right.
that's why she wasn't in the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
She's in the Ninja Turtle movies.
Just to show
What?
there's no bad blood between them. You know?
Didn't he like say that she's a terrible actor?
Yeah, he said all this like mean shit about her. They were kind of just like, "Fuck you," then, and that was the end of it. And
And now here she is in the Ninja Turtle movie. I don't know. I'm not gonna see this movie either way, so it doesn't really matter
well,
to me.
yeah, like, dude, I don't know. That's like the same thing on like how I feel about Godzilla. Like, it's had its time, it shined back in like the early '90s, but
They're rebooting
no.
everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
How was RoboCop?
Oh my God.
I loved RoboCop. Honestly, I thought it was really good.
The old RoboCops, like, I don't know, it's like nostalgia. Like, you just like I grew up on that, just like how I
Mhm.
grew up with like Arnold, and with Commando, Predator, and like all the things
But
he's
we'll
done.
get to that later, buddy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I just feel like I don't know,
I,
like RoboCops. I actually like RoboCop. Like RoboCops, I think it's a cool concept. Like, I didn't want to see like the new one because I just think like just a reboot of it, different like story and all that, like what he's gonna be doing in the movie, but it's like, ugh.
Unfortunately, I had the exact opposite experience because I've never seen the old ones, and I feel bad for it. But I saw this one. I loved it. It was so good to me. I don't know.
What'd you think of the actor who played it?
I think he did fine.
He was in a show I liked.
See, did it like have the storyline though of like how he became like
Well, I don't
RoboCop?
know the original storyline.
No, like, but did it have it? Like,
It-
did it show him
That was
like
like
what
the
happened?
whole the most of the movie was him just becoming RoboCop.
Oh, well, okay, all right.
Like before the accident? Or before he got, I guess.
Well, I mean, the accident
Murdered.
was what made him become RoboCop. He didn't like, hey guys, I'm gonna turn into a robot, and then there was an accident.
All right.
Ernie, do you like know how he became RoboCop?
He got
He was just
killed.
like, you know what? I'm tired of this fleshy body. I want a hard exoskeleton.
He
Talk like a robot. Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
he was practically killed by the mob or something like that.
Yeah, like pretty much like in the old one, he was there. There was like a huge gang of like drug dealers that like were fucking up like Detroit, I think, is where
Yeah,
they were based off.
that's how it is in this one too. Then
And like he goes with like his partner. It's like this young chick, and he's been like her she like views him as like a mentor or whatever. Well, like he goes into like this warehouse, like a factory, and like they like catch him off guard, and they like shoot the shit out of him. Like, he seriously takes like 50 bullets in the chest and like everything, and he's like barely alive, and they like OCP or whatever like has a program. They're like, we can use his brain, and they like uses like what's left of his face tissue, and they use his brain, and they put it in a robot suit.
it's basically, I mean, it's not the exact same thing as what happened in the new movie, but it's pretty much the same thing. But it was good.
All right, I might have to watch it.
Have any of you seen the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?
I have.
Yeah, the funny guy is in it.
Okay. They seem very strongly like they're gonna go for the funny angle of this. Like, all the other Marvel movies are kind of like they're just funny but serious. This just seems all funny. Like, if you see the trailer to this, I don't know.
What gave it away? Like
The music.
the music and the raccoon
Well, the
and
raccoon's an
all.
actual
Well, yeah, he is
character.
actual, but he's like goofy as shit, and all the bad puns.
Yeah,
Did
it
that.
was just. It was just. I don't know. I don't know if I'm. I can't say that I'm too psyched for this movie. It just seems really too much comedy for a Marvel movie, but maybe that's what they're going for.
All Marvel movies are like that.
But there's some serious, like, I don't know. The whole trailer was just comedy. Like, I didn't see any seriousness. Like, who's the bad guy? I don't know. What are they doing? Like, who are these things? But I guess that's what the origin movie is about.
I think if they did that, they'd be revealing a bit too much. People would complain.
Yeah,
People complain about fucking anything with Marvel movies.
that's for sure.
The what was it? The X-Men has what Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
People are complaining about the costume design for that one, and they're like heavily criticizing the Marvel one
Wow.
too. So I don't know. People complain about anything. What do you think, Jimmy?
Like, I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until I saw the trailer, and I like looked it up, and I was like, wow, that is an actual like.
Comic book.
Yeah. And I was like, I just can't get into it. Like Iron Man and Captain America forming the Avengers and all that. Like that's badass. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. I just thought it was like a cheap spin-off of the Avengers.
Yeah. It's kind of what it feels like to people who have not read the comic books, like myself. It
Yeah.
just kind of feels really cheesy, and I don't know. Well, let's finish this thing up with a movie review. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I went and saw Sabotage. And well, let's just. What did you guys? You saw the trailers of Sabotage? Both of you?
I did.
Did you, Ernie?
Nope.
What did you think, just based on the trailers, Jimmy?
Alright, I saw it and I was like, okay. Arnold's making another movie. He's old as fuck, but he's making another one.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I
And
gotta watch this now.
And I was like, all right, like he still has those one-liners, and he's still like that badass, even though he's old. And he has a team, and I was like, this looks like Expendables, just without all the big names.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, all right, I was like, so it has a storyline, and it actually has a story to go with it. With this one, his daughter and wife were kidnapped, and I was like, because he fucked with the cartel. And I was like,
Ooh.
that could be cool. And then I was like, it could be good. Like I wanted to see it, but like I don't know. Like I'd have to see it to get my honest like opinion on things. Like I'm in between.
Here's what I thought. First, I saw Arnold, and I was like, it's gonna be just like Last Stand. Another Arnold trying to crank out movies because he's old, and he can do this kind of thing because he's still a badass.
Yeah.
But then I saw some of the other people that were in it, like Sam Worthington and Joe Manganiello or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And what was that? The dude from Lost.
You got me.
Sawyer? I don't know. I didn't watch Lost, but
I watched Lost.
But they were. I saw them. And I was like, these are some. I mean, they're not like huge action stars, which
Right.
stood out to me first and foremost. So it made me think not Expendables, and I was like, and I heard on another podcast that Joe Manganiello was on that it was like a badass movie, like it was gonna be really good. So I was like, okay, I want to watch it. It was really good.
Like honestly, like it was
Like
good.
I went there expecting a straight action movie, like straight action, run and gun. We're the DEA, and then they go in and just kill everybody. They have drugs, kill them all. But no, it was like it was like it had some action in it. It had some of that Arnold's a badass aspect, but
Right.
it was like it had a lot of like thriller, like mystery thriller, not like Sherlock Holmes, let's solve the crime.
And
But
what-
like, it was like thriller, like I don't know. It was just really, I liked it a lot
Well,
more than I thought I was going to.
it's made by David Ayer. I really liked his Training Day movie. That was good.
Well, there
So
you go.
he's good at this like urban shit.
And I would say that's what it was. It's like, I don't know. And, oh yeah, it has Terrence Howard in it. He's been in some good stuff.
The fuck.
But nobody knows who these people are. But it was a good movie.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
Yeah, and if
I don't-
if I was to give this a 1 through 10 rating, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5. 6.57, somewhere around there. Because I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting a movie like Last Stand.
See, I actually like The Last Stand though.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's stereotypical for what Arnold has been doing for his
Okay, all right,
entire
fair,
life.
fair enough.
And this is something different. Like, it's thriller. Like, I feel like Arnold actually had to act in this, not just be like, "Get down." Those are his lines in his whole
Dude,
movie.
his skin didn't melt off. He didn't turn into like a Terminator.
No, he didn't.
Damn.
I mean, he had some badass moments, but it was really, I liked it a lot, and I recommend anybody to see it in theaters. That's right, I'm going there.
I'll fucking wait until it comes out on DVD.
Joe's like, anyone who wants to see it, come to my movie theater.
Please don't. Stay far away. Go to any movie theater except
please,
mine.
please come to my movie theater and leave your wallets. I'll
That
definitely return
is
them.
something that you can do. I'm a trustworthy guy. You'll get your
Right.
wallets back filled with cash. I might even slip a 5 in there just because I know you go to a great movie theater that I work at. Leave popcorn all over the fucking floor for me to clean up. Shit in the bathrooms all over the damn place. Yeah. So that wraps our podcast today. I want to start ending, or I want to eventually end these with questions or questions that you have about video games or movies or stuff, topic suggestions. So if you want to do anything like that, the comments, perfect place. Anything you want us to talk about? Games, movies, anything? Could be anything. We probably won't pick some things because I don't think Jimmy wants to talk about
Books.
books. Yes, that's what I was going for. Books.
Okay, look,
I'm kidding.
I've probably read more than you guys, so
Oh, here we go. Well, okay, comments. That's all I'm saying. Leave questions. I want to end this with questions from you guys. Yeah.
Okay,
that
okay, I got a question.
okay.
Shit.
That's
He had
not
a
That's not a
question.
question. That's an exclamation.
Are you going to start doing your be better gamer stuff after this, or what are you gonna do?
Do you mean like literally right after this?
Yeah.
That's actually a very good question. I mean, whenever you guys are down to play, and
I'm gonna play Dota.
down to well, I have some homework to do, but
okay. Wait. Be a better gamer, as in you want to play games with us, and actually
weren't you here for that? Oh, you did leave like halfway through that. We'll
yeah.
talk about this afterwards.
All right.
Yeah. So soon, and I'll start uploading to my channel those things soon. Just those things because I don't have time for other shit. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
So yeah, thank you for listening or watching, or yeah. These have been my guests, my pal Jimmy and my pal Ernie. Hopefully they will be on every week. I'm going to, or maybe every week. I'm not. There's no promises there, but I'm gonna try to only do it when all three of us are on because I think it works better that way. But there might be some times where it's just two of us. That's where your questions will be valued highly. Thank you for listening. Join us next time, whenever that may be. Subscribe to Mr. Docile Creature at youtube.com for more things like this, because that's where we're uploading these. iTunes, if I get it figured out. Farewell.
Bye.
Say bye, Jimmy.
Goodbye, fellow viewers.
Peace.